As you have seen last time, in these days we are studying the lessons which are very important for the life of engine. So now, today we are going to see how the cooling system is performed and how to repair it. So the cooling system is the system which will cool the engine by using the water which must circulate in the cooling circuit of an engine. The cooling system, it is composed with different parts. The one which is radiator to store the engine coolant. The other one is water pump, which will help us to supply the water in the engine. The other one, it is thermostat that will allow the water to flow from radiator to the engine to cool, for removing the heat to the engine, for keeping the operating temperature for an engine. As I have told you, the engine cannot be overheated, or it cannot be cool at the minimum possible temperature. That is why thermostat it is very important for evading to remove the water in the system. That thermostat will keep the water in the engine after you started an engine. The water which is in the engine block, it will stay there to wait operating temperature of thermostat to reach and open. Then the water comes in the radiator to be cooled by the air from outside, that is taken from outside by the fans, and the fan projects the heat and the water it is cooled. In other parts of the cooling system, there are pipes where the water will flow through it. We have upper hose or pipe, and we have down hose where the water will pass through from radiator to the engine by the help from the pump. As I have said, it is the pump which will supply the water from radiator to the engine. So there is another part which is called the sensor for indicating in the dashboard to the driver that the engine is not overheated. So that sensor it is very, very important, because a driver or the owner of the car, it will see how an engine temperature it is. So cooling system has two circuits where we will see how it will work. There is a short circuit and long circuit. When the engine is running and the thermostat it is not open, when the water it is cooling, it is flowing in the engine components only without coming in the radiator. That's what we will call short circuit for the cooling system. And we will say long circuit when the thermostat it is open and the water it comes from radiator to the engine and from the engine to the radiator. That's what we call long circuit in cooling system. So now we are going to see how you can test your cooling system by using radiator pressure tester. If the car it is leaking, you may use your radiator pressure tester to see where the leakage is from. Or if the water it is reducing slowly, you may use your radiator pressure tester to identify where there is a problem in the cooling system. The water, it is possible that it is reducing because of cylinder head gasket, which is on, or it may be depends on the pipe which is not well tightened, and the radiator cap, it may cause that problem for escaping the water outside. The cap must be in a good condition, and it must be tightened well at the required level. And the fins of radiator, it must not leak. If it is leaking, the water it will be reduced slowly. That will cause an engine to overheat. If the engine gets over temperature, an engine it will break down, which will cause an engine to stop totally, and the driver or the owner of the car it will spend more money for repairing. So now we are going to see how we can perform our test by using radiator pressure test. So you have to prepare the material that are going to be used during that work. After to prepare the material, you have to prepare your car also, because that job it cannot be performed when the engine is at high temperature of an engine. If the car comes to be repaired, you have to let it and to be cool, because if you open the cooling system at a high temperature, it may cause an injury to the technician or another person around the car. So that's why you have to let it to be cool. Then another one to do it is to park at the dry ground, which will help us to see whether there are some drops from the cooling components down there. So now let me start by showing you how to do a job.